Welcome, it's Vidal Speaks Wednesday, and this video is for my blog because I've been working on stuff. As you guys know, I think I've been kind of hinting in the past that I've been working on a project, and I really haven't wanted to announce it or tell anybody because I like to keep secrets and I like people to be surprised. And you guys have been my loyal followers for a long time. Some of you from way back when I started my podcast, and maybe even before that, because you've been my patient or we've been connected some way in the past before even my podcast. But for those of you that have been there following my podcast, wow, is that like almost 5 years now? Anyways, it's like 4 or 5 years, and I know many of you out there have been my loyal followers, and that's because you love homeopathy and you love learning about detox and you love the animals and you love whole foods and plant foods and vegan diets and all of that, and we share so much in common. And every time I do a podcast and I interviewed a guest or I did it on my own, I always visualize you're sitting around my table and we're just having this great conversation. So you guys are always the first ones because you're on my email list and you're special, and I really want to tell you guys first. So today I wanted to announce my new surprise, and that is that I've been thinking for a long time. As you guys know, when I do a podcast, it gets uploaded to my podcast hosting company, and that company pushes it to Facebook and pushes it to YouTube and pushes it to Twitter. And I don't have to go on all those social media sites to do it. So it may look like I have a YouTube channel because all my podcasts go there. And for years, I've been thinking, because I know YouTube is a great way to reach out and get people and help people and get the message out. Let's just say that. And I was really thinking about what I can do special for my YouTube channel. So for a couple of years, I've actually, thought about it. I did some videos, as many of you guys have watched, just talking about certain issues or certain remedies, kind of like teaching and talking about homeopathy. But now I do my VS Club, which is like a private online classroom. And I'm doing most of that all online in my classroom. I do it like live streaming, and I give a lot of hours there. And I don't want to repeat myself and do that on YouTube. And in addition, which is really important for me, YouTube is really difficult with a subject like homeopathy. I've had a couple strikes put against me just for you saying the word gelsemium could help heal your flu, and I got my video taken down. I've gotten another strike against me. I tried to do a little ebook that was talking so people who were getting COVID could get some clue about homeopathy. I didn't even use the word COVID. I just said homeopathic remedies for flus and colds, and my Kindle book got denied. Then they said at this time during COVID, they don't want anything with homeopathy. So it's been really, really difficult for me because even if people are looking for it, it's amazing how censored our information is anymore. And I'm really sad to tell you that that's true. So I still want to find a way to help people and heal people. And that's why I'm doing my teaching through the VS Club, because it's a little bit safer, even though it still has to live stream to social media. I think when it's unlisted and not so many people watching it, they don't look at it so much. So I feel at least I've been okay doing that. So I really feel like now I wanted to find a way that I could use YouTube to reach out to help more people, because my goal is always, as you guys know, to help millions, but I need to at least start with 1 million, right? And diet is such a big part of our health, of our good health. And it's also something that you can't have a bad diet and be healthy, and it becomes such an integral part of good health that many people start there when they're sick. And so I feel like I can be a good influence to help people, because I too was sick and I had to get myself better, and I started with food and then I went on to detox after that. And I've been what I thought was, like a vegetarian and then moved to a vegan. And I've had so many things and helped myself. And then as a 25-year clinical classical homeopath, I have a lot of experience of helping people understand not only just the power of food as a healing mechanism, but really that food is medicine and certain foods can help certain conditions. So I'm passionate so much about food. I would say I'm a foodie, but I really has to be like good food or healthy food. And I've been, as you all know, I've been on a journey all the way from eating vegan to trying, the fruitarian diet for 2 whole years, really, really strict with fruit only. And then I've, experimented around with macrobiotic and Ayurveda. And I've done a lot of fasting, tons of detox, tons of cleanses. So I've been on that journey myself. And I feel like I come from a place of experience because I've not only studied it and I'm certified in being able to talk about nutrition and health because I also, understand what I would call nutrition. I mean, that's such a general term, but I do have a certification in that and detox. And so I feel like I'm coming from a place really, really just to help people learn how to live a healthy life through everyday meals and, of course, homeopathy, but that's not what we're talking about here. That's a big part of what I do and what I believe in, and I believe you can't almost heal without it. It's such a great part of health, homeopathy, and if you guys are at all interested, you really need to join the DS Club because everybody in there is learning so much and talking so much about, how happy they are to learn all these protocols for everyday ailments. But let's just start one step before that, and that's what we put in our body. So I decided that I wanted to use my YouTube channel to make food. So I have been working since last year, really trying to find a way, like how do I do it, like a recipe channel, a cooking channel, and how should I do it? Because so many people just shoot their videos like this and they just show their hands and making quick recipes and then like that, or do I want to be on the camera and talk more and how to do it? And I've really been contemplating and thinking a lot about it, and it's a lot of learning too because there's so much, equipment and editing and photography and video, and it's a whole nother thing than podcasting, but I had to learn all that in podcasting too. So I've been really, not on purpose taking my time, but taking my time because I've been unsure about what exactly I was to do and how to do it and when to start. And then it all started this year. Lloyd and I, we hike at Runyon Canyon, and we have a friend, her name is Margot, and we see her every time we hike, and we're like, good morning, hey Margot, and often we stop, how's your day, how are things going? And because of COVID, the park was closed, and we were just hiking in our neighborhood because it's really hilly. And one day we saw Margot earlier this year, and we stopped and talked, said, oh, hey, you're walking here, and then we invited her over for dinner because she was alone. And so she came over and we did like a social distancing dinner where she sat with us. But because when we were talking in the neighborhood on our hike, she was telling me about a horrible grief that she went through, and we felt really like sad and touched. And we said, oh, why don't you come over? And so she did. And then we had this amazing vegan meal together. And then that night, Margot and I were talking, and we were talking about like just all these difficult things that had happened in the last year of her life, and just about, how much it's hard to go through difficult times, but how much you learn and you grow. And then she was talking so much about like, wow, that was a beautiful dinner, and I really, wow, I just can't believe you're like a chef and how well you cook. And she's been a vegan a long time, and she has a beautiful oil, a face oil. That's her business, is She sells a face oil. It's called Sunrise Oil. It's amazing, amazing. I've used it, and it's just incredible. The smell is so beautiful, and it's so lovely. And so actually her website is Medusa, but it's spelled differently than the goddess that you think. It's Meduzza, Medusa Olio, Olio.com, and she's just in the transition of changing her company name to that, so I don't know if that site will come up yet, but it will very soon. So anyway, Margot and I got to talking, and that night she left, and I was thinking, oh my God, I went to bed that night, and I laid in bed thinking, like, that's it. I want to ask Margot if she'll do my channel with me, because it'll be so much fun together. And I live in LA, and it's a big city, and I don't know too many vegans, and she lives really, really literally like down the street, so close. So it just felt like that is what I was being told would be good to do. I just felt guided that this would be the right thing to do. And so I told her to come over the next day, that I had a proposition, and she walked in the door and she said, next time we do dinner, can I come early and cook with you? And I go, it's funny you said that, because my proposition is, do you want to do a cooking show with me? And she's like, what? And we were both so excited. So anyway, we've been working on this, in the quarantine. That's when my efforts and my desires to get it going became really strong, because I saw everybody having to stay home. So many people don't know how to cook. And I always look at my neighbors, Melissa and Anthony, because they don't know how to cook, and they order takeout every single day. So I just want to do, just a whole range of recipes just to help people learn to incorporate plant-based diets into their meals. Hopefully that they love them so much that they become a vegan. But hey, if they don't, every meal they eat that's plant-based saves animals. So that's my goal. And Margot's an animal lover. She has 2 cats and a bird, and she loves cats and she loves animals. And even with her business, she donates some of her profits to animal welfare, which as I do. And so we're both very committed, and she's a vegan and very, very adamant about eating wholesome ingredients, because she too had some health issues she had to overcome. So she's very aware of the benefits of whole foods. So I'm really excited, you guys, to announce that we are launching our cooking channel on YouTube on 11/11. That's because 11 is my lucky number. And about a month ago, I said, Margot, let's just pick a date and do it. And why not? We wanted to launch them on a Wednesdays, because I love my blog Wednesdays, and my podcast was Wednesdays. And I said to her, what day would you like to have our videos come out each week? And she said Wednesday. I said, perfect. So we looked, and 11/11 was a Wednesday, and I said, let's do it. So we're going to start on 11/11. I'm super excited for you guys to see it. You're the first to hear about it. And I promise you, I'm going to I think you'll like them. I'll give you a little idea what they're about. So we're going to cook, like, you guys know what I believe in. If you're sick and you have cancer, then the stricter you can do, the more juice, the more fruit, the more salad, the more raw, probably that's the way to go, right? But if you have an ailment, like, you have to move your slider. If you're fairly healthy, then you are somewhere, let's say, like in the middle, and you can do, like I like to say, a general diet, a general healthy diet, which is like nuts and seeds and beans and grains and veggies, including starchy veggies, and fruits, and all of those, right? Those are all important. And I know there's people out there that don't eat beans, and there's people out there that can't have nuts, and there's people out there that won't eat gluten, and then there's people that do high fat, and people do no fat, and people eat salt, and people don't do salt. So I don't want to just make recipes of all like the healthiest possible recipes that all have no oil, no salt, because that's not the way that I generally eat. Now, as I told you, if I had to, and if I do a cleanse, or if I want to do a month of fruit, okay, I'm not saying I don't do those things, but in general, I want to bring in as many people as I can. So for the people who don't eat salt, they can leave it out. For the people that want oil-free recipes, there'll be lots of those. For the people that want low-fat recipes and no added oils, but maybe I have avocado or other fats in there from the food itself, there'll be those. And so I want desserts, I want everything, because I just want to cook and show people how fun it is, how delicious it can be. And so not every recipe you may like, and not every recipe may be matching the style of diet that you're following, because I know some of you are, on a journey of still fruit because you're working on healing a cancer or a tumor, and some of you have come from there and you're now back and you're in a more balanced state, and some of you like Ayurvedic and you're eating cooked food. And so we have all, and I just want to invite everybody, and I want to cook for everybody. And I'm so excited about it because we've been doing a couple recipes already, and I think you're going to find we really took us a while to get started, because honestly, the technology, learning the video, the editing, oh my God, the editing is crazy hard, crazy time consuming, really time consuming, honestly. So our videos are going to be about 8 minutes to like maybe 15 minutes. So they're not going to be too long, because I know how that's hard for people. They just want to watch, but I'm hoping they're entertaining, educational, because I want you to laugh. I want you to learn. I want you to not only learn to cook, I want you to learn about what those foods do and how they are medicine, but I also want you to learn how to make that recipe and how not to be scared and that it's not easy. And that's our goals, and I want you to feel like you're right here with us and that you're enjoying it and that you can't wait for the next week's video. That's our goals, right? There's a lot of videos out there, and we're taking a totally different approach. This is our kitchen that we cook in right here, and the name of our channel, it's not up yet, so you won't find it, but it's Soul Canyon Kitchen. SOL, all right? You guys are first to learn that. Soul Canyon Kitchen, that is our YouTube channel. It's launching 11/11, and you guys, I don't know if you know much about YouTube, but we really, I believe that we really have a chance to get finally a lot of subscribers, because cooking shows are really popular and plant-based diets are skyrocketing right now. And I tell you, we're doing ours very different, because many people, I know it's not about, for many people, it's not about how beautiful the video is or how beautiful the setup is, but I tend to like to have beautiful looking plates and pictures of my food. That's just who I am. If I could watch a video of someone who took time to make a beautiful backdrop and beautiful photos of their food versus someone whose kids are playing and the doors are open and it's all chaotic and noise is going, I'll always choose the other one, because visually it's more pleasing to me. So we're doing something that I haven't seen any other videos do, and I want to just have you watch them and see what you guys think. It's a little bit like an 8 to 15 minute documentary journey, where you don't have to be bored watching us chop all the little things. We kind of fast forward through that kind of stuff. But anyways, I hope you like it. It's more like little films, and it's really a lot more work. Like in an 8 minute, I spent like 15 hours editing an 8 minute video. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. It's super creative. And I'm so excited about it. But the way YouTube works is we don't get any privileges. We don't get any privileges like for ads. We don't get any privileges to be shared. Like a lot of times, when you watch a video, then you always see in your box, oh, this you may like this video, or you may like this, may we suggest this video for you? Well, we can't be suggested to anybody. We can't get anything. We can't even get our link with our name in it until you get 1,000 subscribers. So we need to get 1,000 subscribers like really fast, because we've worked really hard, and I don't want to wait a year. If we only have 1,000 subscribers in 1 year, then it won't be going anymore, because it's too much work for that. But I really have a good feeling about it, and I'm really excited about it. But I need you guys, because you are the ones that love what I've done over the years, that have supported me over the years, that have been with me over the years, that love when I interview vegan experts. And now you get to see these beautiful recipes, and everything's free. You guys, YouTube is free. All these videos are free. It's just from the goodness for us to try to, I would say first, to help save the animals, because every plant-based meal saves animals from dying. And secondly, to help people realize that food is their medicine, and they can heal if they pay attention to how to eat properly. And if you cook yourself, then you can always eat properly. So I'm really excited, but I really want to ask you for your help. So if everyone that's watched this could send the link to 10 friends, family members, friends. I know 10 sounds like a lot, but it's really not that many, because 10 people, you have family members, you have friends, and then ask their friends to send it to 10 people. Because if we could get 1,000 in the first month, then how cool and rewarding that would be, because then we finally get the privileges where they can recommend our video to other people watching vegan recipes. So all I can say is wish us luck, and be there with us every Wednesday. I hope we can do it. It's a lot of work, and I have so much on my plate already, but it's something I'm so passionate about, cooking good food and having people learn the beauty of good food, and just the powerful healing medicine that it is, yet how delicious, really delicious. There's some recipes, many recipes I make without any oil, and you can't even believe it. And so I think you guys are going to absolutely love it. And that's my dream, to do my podcast and my YouTube channel and my VS Club. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I need to get more people in my VS Club, because it breaks my heart that so few people are learning homeopathy, the power of it. It's such powerful medicine. So if you're watching this and you haven't joined, it's $15 a month, and it's you guys will learn so much. And if you want any, if you want me to get any statements from people that are in it on what they're learning and how it is before you join, let me know. I'm sure some of them will be happy to do that. So I don't want to keep you guys too long, but I just want to tell you very soon, because today is October 28th, and on 11/11, Soul Canyon Kitchen launches, and SOL like the sun and like our soul. And I think the format is very unique. I think you guys will love it. I pray to God you do. Send me comments after the first recipe, what you thought about it. Please write comments, send me an email, write comments on the YouTube, like it, subscribe. That's the most important thing, is to watch it and subscribe. That's how you can help us the most. Tell 10 friends, watch our video every week, and subscribe. That would help us so much. So I just want to say thanks for being there, and I can't wait for you guys to go on this cooking food journey with Margot and I, because we're having fun doing it. I think you'll see when we cook. We laugh, we cook, we eat our recipes, and we teach. I say teach, but we just show people. I don't like to feel like someone can't do it and I have to show them, but it is basically teaching. But I look so forward to this journey, and I'm so curious, because 2020 has been an incredibly hard year for everyone, including myself. And if this is what blooms out of the year of 2020, then I'll look back on this year as the beginning of something huge that I hope it is. All right, you guys, I love you a lot, and happy Wednesday, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.